This is Trevor Sports, and now it's time, and a welcome return to UEFA Champions League Sportsnight. Good evening, lovely to see you back with us. The Champions League has taken its winter break, and soon as the weather picks up, the European football returns. But don't worry, you dealt through the winter slog of Premier League and FA Cup football. It's now time for Europe's premier competition to return. Well, tonight we're going to bring you all the highlights of all three English sides, and we're starting with Liverpool, and they are hosting Borussia Dortmund in one of the big ties of the round. Of course, we've got action as Manchester United travel away over to Krasnodar, and hopefully Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Trevor Sports Universe campaign goes a lot better than the real thing. And we'll also bring you highlights of Chelsea's trip to Olympic Stadium to play Lazio in a rare early evening kickoff in the Champions League. But we start at Anfield in the big game between Borussia Dortmund and Liverpool. Two huge sides. We didn't need to say much more other than the connections between the manager. It's Borussia Dortmund's former manager and Liverpool's current manager, Jurgen Klopp. An emotional night for him and for all those at Anfield. The match commentator is Trevor Davis. It's been earmarked as the tie of the round. Liverpool hosting Borussia Dortmund, a match in which two sides have immense pedigree. So often Borussia Dortmund, the nearly men to a certain Jurgen Klopp, became their manager. He took them to a Champions League final in which they were beaten by Bayern Munich in 2013 at Wembley. Since his move to Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp has taken his current side all the way through to the top of the Premier League, to the summit of the UEFA Champions League. Here tonight, hopes to do something very similar. Cold winter's evening, the reminiscence of spring just starting to sprout up, but the rain here will be very much favourites for both sides. They're not going to be deterred, neither is team selection. Of course, I don't need to name you the 11 that Jurgen Klopp has picked for Liverpool. So often he's relied over them over the last few years. For Borussia Dortmund tonight, Haaland will be the man to watch, flanked by Jadon Sancho and Julian Brandt and Marco Reus in that holding role behind them. Mats Hummels and Ankajani definitely lack pace at centre half. So, here for Dortmund is going to be the man to beat today. Thiago, a former Bayern Munich player, is not going to be too favourable among the Borussia Dortmund faithful. Here's Fabinho. Robertson. Here's Henderson. Pushing forward for Liverpool. Firmino in space. Thiago looks for Robertson out wide. Find him with a very good pass. It's a teasing ball. Hummels gets a strong header away. And Henderson with space. And this effort is deflected. Schultz takes it back to Ankajani. Gajani. Schultz to Hummels. Thomas Delaney. Julian Brandt up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. Schultz. Brandt heads it back down. Schultz here. 14. Witsel coming forward for Dortmund. Eric Haaland in space! And the first meaningful save by Alisson. Eric Haaland was given space just in front of the Liverpool area. Criminal of a man in the form that he is in, and it's a fine save by Alisson. Delaney. Haaland has done well. Here's Julian Brandt. Looks for Haaland. It's a nice attempt. Good reading of the play there by the Liverpool goalkeeper. Mane. Robertson. It's a great ball to Sadio Mane if he can keep it in. He tries to go on. No foul given, but Thiago has picked the ball up. Here's Robert Firmino, and the effort was blocked. Henderson. This is Fabinho to Thiago. And Robertson. Here's Henderson. Firmino. Firmino again. Liverpool quite comfortable with the ball, but have yet to found something special. And that's a nice idea by Thiago, but meat and drink for Roman Bucky. Stop that all day long. Brandt able to get away from Henderson. He's got support from Schultz. Fabinho is across. Firmino. Mane. Liverpool probably got to move the ball a bit quicker at the moment to try and find spaces. Here is Sadio Mane. No challenge across from him. The challenge that does come in by Axel Witsel is a bad one. And this may open the door for Trent Alexander-Arnold. We know his prowess from this sort of range. Came in very much a physical, old-fashioned shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. But too much for Mane. Now Alexander-Arnold is over the ball. Is this within his range? It was just over hit in the end. Here's Salah. Berkey claims that easily. So it feels tense, as we expected. 15 minutes to go till half-time. Liverpool's first meaningful corner of the contest. Salah to Alexander-Arnold. Header away by Witsel. Henderson blocked by Sancho. Polite pause has gone up for the attempt. It took an age for Jordan Henderson to get that under control. Liverpool's second corner brings them level in Dortmund. Oh, just over the head of Firmino. Schultz to take the throw pretty much from his own corner flag. Here is Mats Hummels. Royce and Sancho combining. Here's Thomas Delaney. It's a clever ball to Julian Brandt. Haaland is charging forwards. Brandt again. Oh, Brandt from distance! That's an excellent save! Alisson looked like he read it all the way, but he had to jump really high to his right to parry this away. There is certainly space for Dortmund against this Liverpool defence. Here's Fabinho. Alexander-Arnold. Salah. Henderson. Firmino. Henderson again. Ball in the end is easily cleared. Here's Marco Reus. Loses it to Fabinho. Here's Mane. Space for Salah on the right foot. And it's straight at Roman Burki. Just an effort on target for Liverpool. Delaney. Sancho has got space if he can control it. Heads it first time into Reus. Reus's effort is at the near post and comfortable for Alisson, who had good positioning to read that. Mane. Here's Henderson. Strong collision. In the nature of the day, attacks really haven't gone through to their full potential. Goalkeepers haven't had to make too many saves. A couple for Alisson, one meaning one for Burki. Other than that, this is a tense, old-fashioned European night. Robertson. To Thiago, a former Bayern Munich man into Henderson. And that is never going to worry Burki. Well, it's better build-up play. We're starting to see a bit more space. Perhaps as these players start to tire out. Henderson going on his left foot was never going to worry the goalkeeper. But there's hope for Liverpool at least. There's Schultz. Looking for Eric Haaland. He's got the better of Virgil van Dijk there. Here's Delaney. Schultz. There's another ball looking for Haaland. Does well to win that. Here's Witsel. Sancho. Reus. He was caught by Henderson. Marco Reus along with Maximal, the two survivors from the Jurgen Klopp era here in Dortmund. No complaints from a Liverpool player with that foul. Does Reus fancy a crack? Decided to chip it towards Schultz. Hummels. Here is Schultz again. Fabinho heads it away. Julian Brandt. Oh, it's a very good attempt. And I think Alisson has made a very good save because the ball swerved in mid-air. I think he's made a very good save. See on the replay when Brandt let fly with this. Yeah, he was caught out, Alisson. That ball seemed to curl away from the goalkeeper. That's an excellent stop. Salah tried to dummy it. Schultz is able to do enough. Sancho. One Manchester United target goes towards Eric Haaland. At the moment you've got to ask yourself the European game, who isn't a Manchester United target? Mane. Sancho wins the ball back. Witzel's pass is a poor one. Firmino. Oh, here's Salah! Oh, so close! Roman Burki was left scrambling off to his right. Mo Salah saw the goal gaping, tried to pick the corner as he so often does. Was missed by about half a foot. Goodness me. Haaland's headed down to Delaney. Here's Julian Brandt. Aerobatic clearance. Throw-in given. And change has been made. Henderson is coming off for Henderson. And Eric Haaland has been departed for Moukoko. Here's Delaney. Crosses to deflected. Dortmund's fifth corner, Marco Reus to take. 4 players just outside the 6-yard box. Headed away by Van Dijk, back to Sancho. Was Sancho caught by Henderson? I think in the end Sancho caught Fabinho. Liverpool have got the free kick, but this is the moment here. If Sancho goes down there, is that a Dortmund penalty? Minutes of time added on. Will Liverpool take a lead to Dortmund? Thiago. Robertson. Less than a minute to go. Here's Fabinho. Jorginho Wijnaldum. Clever ball into Salah. Firmino. And it's a good challenge. Only as far as Wijnaldum, who tries to dart forwards. Wijnaldum goes in, Salah goes in, and eventually it's hooked away. And that will be enough, and that will be the game over. Well, no goals tonight, but it puts the pressure on both sides in the return leg in a week's time. Tonight here in Anfield, they huffed and puffed, but the quality wasn't quite on show. Alisson was potentially the busier of the two goalkeepers. Full time here in Anfield in this UEFA Champions League last 16 tie. It's Liverpool 0, Borussia Dortmund 0. Well, 0-0's not the best result for Liverpool, and in truth it was a very, very cagey game. Both sides not really able to fully express themselves. Might change in the second leg, which we'll have to wait and see. Of course, that second leg will be coming up next week here on Sportsnight. Moving across over now to Manchester United, who are travelling to Krasnodar in Russia. And both these sides are intrinsically linked by the year 2008. To find out why, and to find out the result of the match, let's join Trevor Tyldesley.
Good evening and welcome to Russia. It's rather rainy, it's rather cold, but it's a Champions League night, and that's all that matters here today. Manchester United and Krasnodar both have a nice liking to the year of 2008. Manchester United, of course, won the Champions League in 2008, whereas Krasnodar, well, they were founded. They've come a long way since then, 13 years. Their meteoric rise in European football is one that everyone has to sit up and take note of. So, Krasnodar, the team in green known as the Bulls, one of their nicknames. Their meteoric rise in European football. From absolutely nowhere, they have become Champions League regulars and are definitely a team that needs respecting. For Manchester United, they'll have to put their 5-way Premier League title fight on hold as they try to win the Champions League. At the third time of asking, as the last two finals appearances they've lost on both occasions. Solskjaer electing for a diamond midfield and no place for Martial and Greenwood today. In the opening 5 minutes, it's very much been a midfield slog. I dare say that is going to be the recurring theme today. Long ball forward looking for Ryanov, headed away by Luke Shaw. Now Rashford, he's got a bit of space to run into now. Now he's exchanging passes with Paul Pogba. Lovely play, lovely two-touch play from Pogba and Rashford. They've played in Bruno Fernandes on the edge of the box. First chance of the game, and it's just wide of the mark. Lovely link-up play bit here between Pogba and Rashford. Bruno Fernandes, an early sighter. He's very close. Here's Petrov now, bringing it down this near side, looking for Ianov. Plays it into Olsen. Now looking for Berg. He's got Eric Bailly for company. And now Cabello on the edge of the box. Oh, he's absolutely scuffed that one. That was a great opportunity there for Krasnodar. Look at this, they just pulled the United defence apart here, and well, he's absolutely scuffed that one. Here's Pogba looking for Fernandes. Now Rashford looking for Luke Shaw. There's not much options ahead of him. Has to go back to Pogba. Fernandes now. Oh, and he's found Fred in the box, and that's taken a deflection, I think. Yep, it's a corner. Well, Fernandes has been finding the incisive passes here tonight. So far, Manchester United haven't capitalised on them, although that was blocked. Don't really know whether Fred's shot was going on target, but you would have hoped so. See if they can create any chances from this corner. Fernandes to take as we approach the 35th minutes. Whipped in towards Wan-Bissaka. It's gone beyond him and it's got to Paul Pogba with the bicycle kick. An absolutely stunning finish from the Frenchman. And Manchester United, well, Krasnodar were difficult to break down. It was going to take something special to beat the goalkeeper here today. And goodness me, Paul Pogba has pulled out the bicycle kick and found the lead. Incredible from Paul Pogba. 99 times out of 100 that kind of attempt goes into row Z, but we found that 1% and he has absolutely nailed it into the bottom right hand corner. Gets free of his man, the knock on lands to, and look at that for a shot, just incredible. He hung in the air for what felt like an eternity, and Paul Pogba with an absolute masterstroke. Well, that moment from Pogba in the first half, that's definitely a goal of the season contender, and it's what separates these two sides here so far as we enter the second half, as Cabela's just turned Fernandes inside out there. Here's Ianov looking for Olsen against Maguire, gets it back to Cabela. Oh, Cabela's broke free of his man, just wide of the mark. That's the second time that Krasnodar have pulled the United defence apart here. Early warning signs in the second half for Manchester United. Very close indeed. Here's McTominay now, looking for Edison Cavani. And now Rashford's on the ball, looking back for Cavani again. He's broken free. The angle's a bit tight, but he tries his luck anyway. It's a great save from the goalkeeper. It's a brilliant effort from Edison Cavani. Lovely two-touch play from United in the build-up here. The angle was tight. He was being closed down, didn't have any options ahead of him, so he thought, why not? He's forced a terrific save out of the goalkeeper. It's a great effort from Cavani. Ramirez, long ball, looking for Berg. Headed away by Harry Maguire though. It's fallen to Clayson though. Now Cabela, who's very much been running the show here for Krasnodar in the midfield. They've given the ball away now. Here's McTominay. Going back to Eric Bailly. Now Aaron Wan-Bissaka. McTominay again. McTominay with my favourite nickname of the season so far, with McSauce. Harry Maguire for a long ball forward, looking for Rashford. It's a lovely chest control, and he's got it to Cavani, who lays it off to Fernandes. Is this two? No! The goalkeeper has said no. Fantastic stop by the Krasnodar goalkeeper. Maguire with a wonderful lofted pass forward to Rashford. Cavani lays it off to Fernandes, and the goalkeeper, that is a fantastic stop. There's Pogba. That's McTominay. Surface is getting more and more slippery as the rain continues to come down. Ball looking for Fernandes, but it's not got to him, and now here's Gazanicky. Now Clayson on this near side. Cabela, he's got a bit of space to run into. Now Ionov. Oh, and Ionov with the shots! Just wide of the mark, and David De Gea, well, he shrugs a bit. Hands on hip, he's wondering what his defence was playing out there. This ball to Ionov deceived everyone. They all thought they were going for the number 9. But, it went all the way through to Ionov, and he scuffed his lines again. United have very much rode their luck a bit this game. Krasnodar have certainly had their chances to get an equaliser. Of course, you could also say United have had their chances to extend the lead as well. Of course, away goals in the knockout rounds are vital. It could be the difference between going through to the next round or not in the second leg. Long ball looking for a right. As De Gea comes out to punch it, is that a penalty or is that a foul on the goalkeeper? No, it's offside. It's something completely different. It's a good punch by De Gea. As we into the final stages of this game, as we enter the final minute of normal time, long ball forward looking for Rashford. Sorokin though wins the header. Now Petrov. Krasnodar, no, time is running out. They need to get forward. Izatkin in the centre circle. 1 minute of additional time. Is there a chance for one more opportunity here as there's a foul in a dangerous position here for United. Luke Shaw, was it the offender? No, Paul Pogba, the goal scorer. He's given away a free kick here. So it's Suleimanov standing over this one. From distance, Suleimanov, it's brilliant! They've levelled it up in the dying moments. Krasnodar, well, they've been knocking on the door all game, and finally they've kicked the door down. Manchester United, well, they've been riding their luck, and now they've been made to pay. Fantastic free kick there, and Russia gives Manchester United a parting gift from Russia with love, that free kick, and we are back at level pegging. United, of course, still have the away goal, which may come into it, but they would have preferred an entire goal as the difference going into the second leg. We're just playing a little bit over the additional time. It was a minimum, of course. Time added on for the celebrations, but there we go. There goes the full-time whistle. And Manchester United here have been, some would consider, unlucky tonight to come away with just a draw, but they have the away goal, as I said. That could be the difference in the second leg. But Krasnodar certainly gave them a good run for their money and come away with a deserved draw, and will go to Old Trafford with a bit of hope in their hearts. But it's finished here in Russia. Krasnodar 1, Manchester United 1.
So, 1-1, that last minute free kick denting United's away win, but you'd still very much have to make Manchester United favourites, but on their recent Champions League history, it's something they're just not particularly good at the moment. Big moment for Solskjaer's side coming up. Now, finally, our last game that we're going to bring you today, and Chelsea host away to Lazio at the Olympic Stadium. Chelsea and Lazio have no strangers to playing each other before, but this was the first time they'd have met in the Champions League for about 14 years. Your match commentator of this one is Trev Motson.
Well, here we are in the Olympic Stadium, the Rome Olympic Stadium. Terrific atmosphere as Lazio and Chelsea come out. 80,000 Lazio supporters cheering their team on. They're 7th in Serie A, but they got into the Champions League this season by finishing 4th last season in Serie A. Chelsea running around the same areas that Lazio are in the Premier League. Well, in the similar terms, Lazio 7th in Serie A, Chelsea 6th in the Premier League. But out of the FA Cup and out of the title running, they've only this trophy realistically to play for. Well, it's a real contrast in teams. And two young managers making their way. Simone Inzaghi favouring the 3-5-2 formation with Chiellini and Rizani on the flanks. Milinkovic, Savic and Escalante playing as two attacking midfielders in behind the strikers of Mobley and Correa. As for Chelsea, Frank Lampard goes with his tried and trusted 4-3-3. The first choice centre-backs, Thiago Silva and Kurt Zouma, and Mount Kanti and Jorginho, and it's Ziyech, Abraham and Werner up front. And our referee for this crucial last 16 encounter is Felix Brick of Germany. Of course, this tie will not be settled here tonight. Of course, there'll be a second leg at Stamford Bridge in 2 weeks from now. This is Chelsea going forward here in the sort of like maroonish type blue shirts with a bit of blue striping along across the front. And Azpilicueta now plays the ball in, and the light blues of Lazio come forward with Mobley and the more spear strikers at the moment in for the Italian side at the moment. Scored one or two good goals in the European Championships, you may remember, here on this channel last season. Here's Abraham and wide, and I think the goalkeeper may have just been struggling there a little bit. But a lovely start this from Chelsea, playing the ball around at very good tempo, and the final shot from Tammy Abraham just off kilter. Joel to Mount. To Kante. Onto Werner. This is lovely football. Abraham again. Ziyech now. Chance here for Akam Ziyech, and Strapatska couldn't be too short. Chelsea have had a couple of sights at Strapatska's goal at the moment. Akam Ziyech this time, the latest man to try his luck. In fact, he pulled off a magnificent save there, Strapatska. It's a great save. Correa for Lazio. Ended off the ball quite easily by Mount, I thought. Kante. Chilwell, lovely football. Chilwell's cross deflects. Strapatska gets there and takes one of his defenders out. He wanted the lot. Halfway through the first half. Chelsea now knowing that their last realistic chance of any silverware comes in this competition. Knocked out the FA Cup in January 2-0 at Burnley, a game I was privileged to be a part of there for Trevor Sport. Here's a Mobley now for Lazio. Little chip in there. Correa's got in there behind and almost got on the end of it. It'll come to Lazzari though on the right hand flank. And he's been given the freedom of the Olympic Stadium here. Lazzari left foot. And Edouard Mendy lets it go for a goal kick, but after a sort of a quiet 20 minutes, Lazio have really come into it this last 5. And this effort really, well, the goalkeeper wasn't certain, was he? Couldn't have been any closer, could he? Lazzari. Radu. It's now the last 10 minutes of the first half. Lazzari, good ball. And Kinya has it on the far side here. They're only 5 points off fourth place in the Serie A table, Lazio, so they're no mugs. This is this brilliant Italian side, which Paul Gascoigne once used to turn out for back in the mid-1990s. Football Italia and all that. Milinkovic, Savic for the 2021 version. Kalinkia to Lucas Leiva. Now Lazzari on the right hand side. Plays it in there. Correa, first time shot in a goal! A brilliant goal from Lazio! Terrific team goal! And I must have counted about 12 or 13 passes in the build-up. And then Correa hits it fantastically well. First time on the right foot. It was a great, slow, patient build-up. They taught Chelsea from one end of the field to the other with a beautiful pass and move. Chelsea didn't know where anyone was really. The ball was laid in and Correa had half a yard to size it up, and Mendy hadn't got a chance. And what a moment for Lazio. 1-0 they lead. So it's all to play for now, and this goal really puts Chelsea's backs up against the wall now, because for 2 minutes to half time they will have to come out and find an away goal. Here's Caniglia. And a mob returns nicely. Caniglia again gets possession. And once more, does well. Does really well. And keeps possession nicely. Lokamotiv chips it in. Konami again. Oh, first touch was a little heavy. And allowed the experience of Thiago Silva to get forward. Ziyech now to Abraham. On to Ziyech. Good football. And the flag stays down. It's Tammy Abraham now. This to equalise. Yes, it is an equaliser. Tammy Abraham. And what a moment for Chelsea that is. Beautifully played between the two forwards down the right hand side, and no wonder the provider and goal scorer celebrate together. Not only is it an equalising goal, it's an away goal. We're into 2 minutes of stoppage time, and Lazio really caught out down that far side there. Lovely way to build up that play. 1-2 initially from Ziyech to Abraham, then back to Ziyech, who played a wonderful weighted through ball. And Abraham broke the offside trap to an absolute tee. Away he went, definitely onside, was half a yard beyond the defender, and what a finish. It's 1-1 on the stroke of half time. Game on. So we've had about a couple of minutes of the second half here in the Olympic Stadium here in Rome. A beautiful spring-like evening here. It's the last 16 of the Champions League now is up and running after a winter break. And Chelsea have won 5 out of 6 group games, drawing the other one on the last match day, on match day 6. Not losing this one yet. Lucas Leiva. Let's go enter. It's a good ball out towards Lazari. He's done really well so far. Correa, we got the first goal. Lazari again. That's to cause a lot of problems. Escalante. And Leiva should get the ball and does. Lovely ball forward and Correa's in behind again. And a good save by Eduardo Mendy. Well, Correa is certainly having a night and a half. Could have had 2 goals conceivably here if he took this chance, but it was an easy save really for Eduardo Mendy, diving away to his left, and he took the ball nicely as well. 67 gone, still 1-1, halfway through the second half. Chelsea, if they take a 1-1 here, or even something even a bit better than that, then they could be in business. Here's Abraham. Oh, Davro got back. Oh, Vavro rather got back there. It's a Davro there, didn't I? Oh dear me, I'm just getting excited. Milinkovic Savic. Up towards Hakim Ziyech. Abraham. Werner. Radu is behind him, but Werner's got away. Jorginho's cross towards Chilwell. Chilwell now, big chance. The angle was tight and it was blocked away by the defender. Again, Radu, the Lazio skipper, but Werner might have gone on there, but the ball was chipped forward. It's a good ball by Jorginho. Chilwell just didn't fancy it, I think. The shot, that is. Maybe should have tried to cross it first time. And he gets it away, coming up towards the final quarter of an hour here. And now Chelsea, after a bright start, just teetering maybe a little bit here, but they went behind and then got the equaliser, but missed a couple of good opportunities, but so too have Lazio. This game delicately poised here as we go into the final quarter of an hour of the first leg. This is not going to be decided. It will be decided next week, in a couple of weeks at Stamford Bridge. Or next week at Stamford Bridge rather. Here's Correa. And Milinkovic Savic is making a great late dash and no one's picked him up. And Milinkovic Savic has scored with a freeing header. And does the windmill celebration in complete triumph. But where were the Chelsea defence? Well, they were nowhere near on Milinkovic Savic. And no wonder he wheels away with glee, because that will be the most simplest goal he scored all season. Without a shadow of a doubt. No wonder Mendy's disgusted with his back four. The ball was played in here. Correa with a beautiful cross. But watch the Chelsea players here. Not one player within about 5 yards of Milinkovic Savic. And that is a great moment for him. And they'll be disgusted. Frank Lampard will be disgusted at that. What a moment for Lazio. They're 2-1 up with a quarter of an hour to go. Into the final 6 minutes now, and Correa now plays it to Kalenia. in yet. Third one would be icing on the cherry on the cake stuff, but here's Kante intercepting. Ziyech is there too. Abraham sort of there as well, offering support. Milinkovic-Savic now. Escalante, good ball to Lazare. Now then, can they get the crossing? 4 minutes to go. And towards Correa. Scored the opening goal here tonight. The ball chipped in there towards Ahmad, but he could make it 3-1, and he nearly did. And once again, the Chelsea defence found wanting. Kurt Zouma here, just very, very slow here. And Mudbury easily gets goal side of him. It's so simple, it's unbelievable. But he just can't finish the header, and he heads it over the bar. We're going into 1 minute of stoppage time here. Well, Chelsea will, despite the defeat tonight, well, they'll be happy it's 2-1 in all due respects, because what it does give now is a chance to, if they can win by a goal to nil or more, they will still go through. So there goes the whistle. Lazio win the first leg 2-1, but Chelsea take that all-important away goal into the second leg next week at Stamford Bridge. Correa and Milinkovic-Savic with the 2 goals for Lazio on 39 minutes and 13 minutes from the end. Abraham responding just before half-time, but still all to play for at Stamford Bridge next week. And the final score here at the Olympic Stadium in Rome, with the second leg to come, and Chelsea scoring that priceless away goal. It's Lazio 2, Chelsea 1, but Chelsea not out of this by any means.
So Chelsea beaten, but they do have an away goal, and the game ended in Stamford Bridge next week. Could be very crucial for both those sides. It really is in the balance, of course. With the win, you probably have to put Lazio as favourites to go through. 5 other games that were played today in the UEFA Champions League, and roundup brought to you by Trevor Sinstadt. Inter Milan hosted Barcelona, shades of that famous semi-final that they had almost 11 years ago. It was Lionel Messi that played in that game, and he got the opening goal for Barcelona in this one. Messi's wonderful touch and control, and was absolutely sublime, as was the finish. But Barcelona aren't quite the force that they were, and there were chances in the end for Inter Milan to try and bring themselves level in the match. Lautaro Martinez having the best of them in the second half of his header going wide. The Christian Eriksen corner was headed in by Brozovic, but it was wide of the post, and the warning signs were all over there. Eventually, in the 7th minute of time added on, Christian Eriksen found a way to equalise for Inter Milan and bring them level in the tie. Well, you'd very much still make Barcelona favourites to make it through. At least Inter Milan have got a result to take there. 1-1 in the San Siro this evening. Juventus, Real Madrid, it's Ronaldo's current team versus his former side. And in the Allianz Stadium in Turin, it was Juventus that got the better of it, and Cristiano Ronaldo getting the opening goal. Would he celebrate? There's no question about it. He absolutely did celebrate against his former side. Definitely something the Azzurri would be very pleased of. Real Madrid then started to fight back and trying to make chances. Asensio across to Eden Hazard were quite possibly one of the misses of the season, his header crashing off the woodwork. Real Madrid continued to push forward, and Karim Benzema found himself able to push off Matthijs de Ligt, and his right-footed shot just went wide. And as the game went on, it was all chances for Madrid to continue to try and beat Wozak Szczesny, and in the end Karim Benzema again found himself through, and his header went wide. That was it, all the chances. Juventus will take a 1-0 lead to the Bernabeu next week in a very tight contest. Could this be Ronaldo's time to get through? The Parc des Princes, Paris Saint-Germain taking on Ajax. There wasn't the Ajax side that almost reached the final of 2 years ago, and there were chances for Paris Saint-Germain throughout the match. They just weren't able to take them. But maybe that may change in the second game. We'll have to wait and see. Kylian Mbappe here found himself through but couldn't score. There was though to be a goal in the match, and Mbappe did get it. A lovely well-timed finish, and a great goal was taken by Kylian Mbappe. Some people have said that this young Frenchman could well be the new star in world football. Maybe this season will be his platform to shine. Paris Saint-Germain did dominate the game and just couldn't take their final chances. It nearly happened, and Mbappe, blinding on a bit of defending, wasn't able to tuck the ball home. Another 1-0 advantage for the home side to take away to home. In Ajax, Paris Saint-Germain will be confident of going through. Olympiakos hosted Lokamotiv Moscow, and both sides knew it was a big opportunity to make the quarter-finals of this tournament. And Olympiakos got the perfect start where Rafinha's cross was met in by El Arabi, and he was able to poke the ball home and give Olympiakos the lead. Big goal for Olympiakos, who really have impressed at the moment in this Champions League campaign. And the chances for them getting more was almost there. El Arabi was brought down in the end by Bananoff. The referee pointed to the spot. No questions given by the English referee Mike Dean. Despite fierce protests by the Moscow players, there was a penalty opportunity. El Arabi was lined up to take it, and Martino made the save for Moscow. But it wasn't to be all disastrous. Olympiakos will take a 1-0 lead over to Moscow next week. Might fancy their chances. Bayern Munich hosted Olympic Marseille in the Allianz Arena, and Bayern Munich put on the most impressive performance of any side in the Champions League. Kingsley Coman found his way through in an early square part to Robin Lewandowski, who was scoring for fun at the moment. Last year's Ballon d'Or winner showing us just his qualities, and he put his side in the lead. And Lewandowski went ahead and scored again not long later. Alphonso Davies' pace show, he was able to pick out Lewandowski, an excellent exchange and passing with Serge Gnabry, and the coolest of finish by Lewandowski to toe poke the ball home and to put Bayern Munich 2-0 up. And eventually Bayern Munich were able to settle the tie. As Lewandowski played through Kingsley Coman, he found himself one-on-one, and he was able to slot the ball home with consummate ease. A very simple goal, very well taken. Bayern Munich really do look a real force in this season's campaign. They will take a 3-0 lead to Marseille, and realistically could already count their blessings as they're in the quarterfinals. So all the games at the moment are tied on an absolute knife edge at the moment. If you're wondering what to do, well, just don't worry. Stay with us. In a week's time, we'll be back for the second leg. From all of us, bye-bye.